Hey scholars, welcome to another edition of PhD in Me TV, Pursuing a Higher Degree in Me. I'm your student teacher, Empress Shona. Tonight, I want to talk to you if you're that person who knows there's something more, but find yourself struggling to tap into it. I'm going to come to you tonight reading something from the book of 2 Corinthians in the Message Bible translation. Now, something I want to share is that this book, the book of Corinthians, is written by Paul. Paul was an ancient Jewish man in the Bible times who persecuted Christians because there was a movement to do so. But on his way one day, traveling along the road to Damascus, he was struck down, fell off his donkey by a bright light or whatever he was riding. And once he was struck down, he was blinded by the light. And he heard a voice saying, "Saul, Saul," which was his name at the time, "why do you persecute me?" And he's like, "I don't even know who you are. What is going on?" And then he realized that it was the voice of Jesus. And once he had that experience, he remained blind for several days. And he came out of his blindness able to see. And of course, there's a lot of metaphysics in that story. But what he was able to see was the truth. He went on from that point, sanctioned by the remaining disciples, who gave him their sanction. And he went out and he began to spread the gospel as it was revealed to him by the Holy Spirit. Because remember, he never met Jesus, personally. But Holy Spirit began to reveal to him who Jesus was. That is so important right there. We're going to talk about that in later episodes of PhD in Me TV. But that is so key. And so with the revelation of the Holy Spirit and then stories and conversations he had with the disciples and people of that time, he and other remaining peoples that had any information, he went about going around spreading the gospel, the good news of Jesus Christ. And many Jews began to convert to become Christians. And of course, including Paul, who had changed his name from Saul to Paul. And then also, as he continued to travel, many Gentiles, non-believers, began to convert to Christianity. And that really is what took it off. Once Gentiles got a hold of it, that's really was the just caused the true dispersion of Christianity. But anyway, or I should say the message of Jesus. So what I want to read to you tonight is something, again, for those people who know there's something more, just a little snippet, but can't seem to tap into it. And it's coming from 2 Corinthians chapter 6. And again, one of the reasons why I share who Paul was, because it's very important for me to emphasize that I'm a student teacher of Jesus Christ, not of Paul or anyone else, of Jesus Christ. I have intentional about being a follower of Jesus Christ. I have chosen him. He is my choice. And it's his path that he laid that I follow, okay? Everybody else are a help to that, including Brother Paul. But I follow the teachings of Jesus Christ. So, anyway, Brother Paul says, "Companions, as we are in this work with you, we beg you, please don't squander one bit of this marvelous life God has given us." Isn't that amazing? Don't squander one bit of this marvelous life God has given us. God reminds us, "I heard your call in the nick of time. The day you needed me, I was there to help." That means, and you know this in your spirit, whenever you have called God, he has been there. You know that. You know that. No matter where you are today, you know that. Okay? He said, and I like this, he said, "Well, now is the right time to listen. the day to be helped. If you're tuning into this video right now, it is not by coincidence. This is your opportunity to be helped. Don't put it off. Don't frustrate God's work by showing up late, throwing a question mark over everything we're doing. Our work as God's servants gets validated or not in the details. Don't go questioning, if you're here listening to this channel right now, it's because you're supposed to be here. It's because you're supposed to be tuned in to what God has given me through the power of the Holy Spirit for you. And when I say the power of the Holy Spirit, it doesn't mean that it's just, me without the word. The word will always be there, no doubt, because we use that as an anchor, okay? And one of the things that, I say I'm a student teacher of Jesus, and that's unequivocally and unapologetically, you need those other helps. And how do you know those helps are actually helps? When they produce the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, okay? All right, one other thing I want to read to encourage you from the same chapter, but verse 11 now. I started at verse 1. It says, dear Corinthians, this is so exciting. You want to listen to this. I can't tell you how much I long for you to enter this wide open, spacious life. Now, let me just keep reading. We didn't fence you in. The smallest you feel comes from within you. If you're feeling small right now, that's coming from within your mind, okay? He said your lives aren't small, but you're living them in a small way. Oh, now you know if this is for you or not. He said, I'm speaking as plainly as I can and with great affection. Open up your lives. It said it right here in the word. Open up your lives. Live openly and expansively. I'm talking to people who know there's something more, but are struggling to tap in. I'm talking to people who need to be free, okay? I'm talking to people who need to be free. I want you to subscribe to this channel, okay? And it's for who it's for, and it's for you, okay? I want you to subscribe to this channel right now so that you don't miss a moment of what God has for you. I'm Shona, Empress Shona, coming to you, and I'll talk to you. One of the videos will be about that Empress. I'm coming to you with the joy that gives me strength.